All right, thanks for tuning in. Today's video, I'm going to be working with the BMW. One thing I did with my first E30 once it was running was that I took all of the sound deadening, padding out of the trunk. Somehow, after having this E30 for almost 11 years, I haven't done that yet. Not that it really benefits anything for the car, but what I want to do today is pull that out and weigh it just to see how much of this material is in the trunk. I'm going to be starting some rust repair, and I think there's some spots in the trunk that I'm going to have to potentially cut out. So I want to go ahead and basically use this as a chance to start prepping some of the trunk for the upcoming repairs. And I've just always been curious on how much this material weighs back here. So normally I think people have either just used dry ice to break it up and then scrape it out. I don't have any of that, so I'm gonna just try scraping it out, and if I can't get it, probably put a heat gun to it. Maybe there's some adhesive on there that'll loosen up with the heat gun and make it easier to get out. So yeah, that's the plan, and it's time to start digging into it. So this E30 is never gonna be in a race class or even an autocross class that it really fits into. Basically anything I do to the car doesn't need to fit within any regulations. I looked up the curb weight for what is a 1987 325E, and it's just over 2,700 pounds. So not that I'm trying to make this the lightest E30 possible, but I think it'll be fun to keep track of all of the weight that we can get out of the car, as we start to make potentially more carbon fiber parts or just make changes to the car. I think it'll just be something interesting to keep track of and see kind of what's the minimum weight we can get down to without totally destroying the drivability of the car. Try to keep some of the creature comforts in. But yeah, just have this mat to pop out. It's not clipped in anywhere, just kind of lay it on top. Here's my brace for the battery that's back here. Someday I'll put this back in. So I have vague memories that a panel sat on top of the spare. If it did, it seems like I might have left it at an autocross event, so if I did, sorry to the organizers. Really can't remember if anything was ever on top or not, but we can now see all of the material that we're gonna go ahead and remove. Let's see if there's a production date on this. 3303, is that the production date? Could be 2003. Clearly looks like an old tire, and this wheel has a pretty good dent in it, so might have been used at one point and became the spare afterwards. It's got the numbers chalked on. Definitely been used. Ton of brake dust inside. Here's one of the rust spots that I mentioned that we're going to have to tackle here soon. Bit more here at the license plate lights, both sides. The inside of the trunk doesn't look too rusty. It's really just, I guess, where the battery was. You can see down to the ground through there. And then on this other side where the jack sits, too dark to see it, but there's a couple holes as well. I'm sure we'll be able to tear the bucket once we get to the point, but if not, you can see that the empty bucket here is just over 1.5 pounds. Easy spot first. Let's see if below the spare tire. I don't think this is the panel I was thinking about. I doubt the rest will come out that easy, but quick, early, good start. Looks like it's gonna take a long time. I think I got a big piece here. Gonna keep working the edges to see if it can lift up. There we go, that's good progress. Here it is. We've gotten everything out of the trunk. The back, I guess, driver's side corner was pretty tricky just because I didn't have any leverage on my pry bar at the kind of the angle that I needed to get to at it. You can see the adhesive is still there. We'll leave that for now and worry about that if we have to cut out and weld any metal in those areas. Here's our bucket. I would say that it's probably a 1/2 inch thick for the entire trunk to give you kind of a scale of what was in there. And then that last panel that was below the spare tire, we'll weigh that separately. So make a guess now before I put it on the scale and let me know what you guys think all of this weighs. All right, I have my scale reading 0. And remember, the bucket itself was 1.5 pounds. Hopefully I can lift this one-handed and read. Can't read it. Looks like it's just about 36.5 pounds for this. So minus the 1.5 pounds for the bucket, we're looking at 35 pounds of material we've pulled from the trunk. Got this other piece. I'm just gonna hook it in like that. So there we go, we got this piece hanging and it is at 17 pounds. We'll just call it an even 17 with this piece missing. Way more weight for this piece than I imagined. It looks like a slightly different material, so maybe it's a little bit more dense, or maybe just being one large piece kind of threw off my estimate. So it's 17 from this one, 35 from the other one. That puts us to what, 52 pounds of total material pulled from the trunk. It's not bad. So the weight on this scale will actually lock once it's happy. So there's the bucket at the 36.5, like I said, minus the 1.5 pounds for the bucket. So we're 35 there. And just about 17 for that panel plus the little bit that's missing. So we're just rounding that up to an even 17 for a total of 52 pounds. So that wraps up the weight removal from the trunk. We're at about 52 pounds of total material removed. And for now, that's going to be it for kind of weight reduction on the E30. Have to focus on a few other things to make it, drivable and a better running car. But maybe when we get around to kind of just working and playing with some other things on it, maybe I'll try to see just how much weight we can remove from the overall car and see how light of a car we can get. Again, coming from that about 2,700 pound curb weight. Like I said, we don't have to fit a class, so we can have a little bit of fun with it and just kind of see what kind of crazy ideas we can chase down next. Thanks for watching.